Well, hello everyone. This is your High Priestess, Lady Lisa, out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I haven't been on in a very long time. Please forgive me for that. I've had some issues going on in my life, being that I am a human before I am a witch, high priestess, and a gifted person. So don't mind me if you see me looking other ways. In my coven, I do have baby kittens that are now 6 weeks old, and they're witchy poos. They've been inaugurated over my altar. They're initially witchy kittens. They came from a witchy mother, and blah. So if you see me looking, that's because they're into everything, and I might throw one on camera real quick. Being that my battery is low, I'm gonna do maybe 1 or 2, maybe possibly 3 short videos back to back to back. As soon as one is done uploading, I'm gonna go forth with another one. So I finally came to a name for my new book, which should be published right before the new year or slightly after the new year. It is called Confessions by a Real Witch. And what it is going to be is a lot of debunking myths that are going on out here, false teachings that are going on out here, and ways that I've been taught to do things as a traditional old school witch by my ancestors, when I was taught at 5 on up, when there was no pendulums like we work with today. There was rings and strings. There was cauldrons, because they go back many centuries, but there was cast iron pans used as cauldrons. You didn't have charts that told you if the pendulum circled, it meant this. If it went to the left, it meant that. If it went to the right, it meant that. I don't judge anybody. I'm not a judgmental person. That's not in my character. I don't want no one to judge me, even though I don't care if you do, but it's just uncatty. It's uncouth to judge somebody for what they believe in. They have every right to believe in what they want to believe in as a human being. Their feelings, their emotions, and it's their rights, they're valid. So to discredit somebody for what they believe in or the way they practice outside of magic, anything in the world, is just totally uncanny to me. Did I say uncatty before that? Uncanny to me. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is cauldrons. Now, I have an addictive personality. I love cauldrons. I'm obsessed with cauldrons. I get them out of metaphysical stores. I get them off of eBay. I even get them out of secondhand shops. I love secondhand shops because there's a lot of real witchy stuff in secondhand shops. There's witchy stuff in dollar stores. There's witchy stuff in cleanouts. So one of my favorite cauldrons that I work with is it's pretty big. It's bigger than the other one that I have, but it's not bigger than the other 2 that I have, but it's perfect for me. One rule about cauldrons is they must be fireproof. If you go on eBay or you go on a site and you see a cauldron, please make sure that it states it's fireproof, because it can be a prop for a Halloween decoration. If it is not fireproof, then you cannot work with it. You just have to have it sitting around looking pretty. When you're using and working with a cauldron, you never want to, let's say, I get up every morning or every night and I do a bay leaf wish, where I will smell my bay leaves, which it enhances and empowers my abilities as being a high priestess, natural born white witch, psychic medium, so forth. And then I will take the bay leaf. I get it from Walmart, ShopRite, wherever you want to get your bay leaves. And I will write on it my wish. And I will write some symbols, some signs and symbols, my initials. And I will call on the north, east, south, and west. Help my spell to manifest. I will light the bay leaf and I will drop it in my cauldron, and I will light it until it is nothing but ashes. Now you can keep your cauldron full as long as it's of good properties. If you want to go and work with your cauldron to do something that pertains to a hexing or a separation of something or an ending to something, you never want to mix something that is not good with something that is good in your cauldron. So the way that I was taught to clean my cauldrons is I work with rose water that I make myself, sage water, basil water, Florida water, or pure holy water, holy oil, that I make myself, or I order from Jerusalem. Preferably I make it myself. So when I'm going to clean out the cauldron, as you can see, it's spotless. It's spotless because I was working with great things, and then I had to turn it around for something that was in my way and attacking me, and I had to take care of that. So the way I cleaned it out was I took a brand new clean toothbrush and I scraped, cleaned it out, all the ashes, all the dirt, everything that I could. I also sage. Okay, if I'm not going to use the rose water or the basil water or the sage water or Florida water or rose water, I will take pure holy water and rub it around in my cauldron and sage my cauldron. Now my cauldron is clean. Now I can go back to using it for money spells, love spells, excuse me, I got braces. Money spells and love spells. Love spells can be good. If you're forcing somebody to be in your life, that is not considered good. It's not considered bad. It's kind of difficult to explain, but not really. When you're forcing will on somebody that don't want that particular thing to happen, that's considered forcing will. So you don't want to have forcing will love spell or a love potion in the cauldron where you're doing either health or wealth in the cauldron at the same time. So always remember that your cauldron must be clean, or have multiple cauldrons. One cauldron will be for all good and one cauldron will be for all bad. Like, you're never supposed to have magic in metal. If you have magic in metal, it will destroy your magic. I always have something wooden to keep your magic in, even if it's a shoebox. I have wooden boxes. One box I keep for all hexing herbs, hexing oils, confusing oils, reversing herbs. And then one will be for money spells, love spells, luck spells, prosperity spells, and everything that's beautiful and wonderful, because I want to keep them separated. Not only does it make it easier for me to just go to that box when I know what I'm working with to grab from, but it keeps them separate from each other. Not that it can do anything if... There's one of the babies crying. Stop that. Not that if a love oil is touching the doom oil. Here, you want to say hi? Come here. Come here. He ran from me. Not that if a love oil is touching the doom oil, that is going to contaminate the love oil. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying preferably, I would rather have all the goods in the goods and all the bads in the bads. So, if you only have one cauldron, always make sure that you're going to clean it and sage it before you do a different type of spell or a potion in the cauldron. If you have multiple cauldrons, I advise that you have one cauldron for all good and one cauldron for all bad, if you do work with the light and the black. Now, if you are a light worker, you are subject to attack in the magic world, because women by nature are catty outside the magic world, inside the magic world. But inside the magic world, women, even men, seem to be more catty and jealous and envious than ever in life. If they would just stop and think for 1 second that there's no one witch or one psychic or one medium who's more powerful than the other. I've heard witches, I've heard psychics, I've heard mediums say, well, I have witches around me, one's powerful, more powerful, and one's less powerful. That is not the case. I do not agree with that. There's no one test in this whole entire world that can put me, a witch, high priestess, psychic medium, next to a person that has the same exact gifts and test us to see who is more powerful. So the power comes from your belief in yourself, just like anything that you believe in. If you believe that you can go get that scholarship or that master's degree in nursing or being a lawyer, then you're going to go get that. If you believe that you're the most powerful witch, high priestess, psychic, medium, empath, intuitive, etc., then that's what you are. You cannot say, or you should not say, that I am more powerful than the next, or she is less powerful than me, or he is less powerful than me, because you don't know that. You don't know how they work. You don't know what they work with. You don't know whom they work with, and you don't know their gifts because you're not behind their door. And then again, there is no test in the world that can sit you down and hook up things to your brain and tell you that you are more powerful than the next witch. So therefore, just leave it alone. I believe I am the most powerful witch, high priestess, psychic medium, empath, intuitive, every psychic ability in the world. I have it, and I am the most strongest and powerfulest of it. Because I believe in that. Am I saying that there's anybody in the world that is less powerful than me? You did not hear that come out of my mouth. What I'm saying is I believe that I am the most powerfulest. That is not saying that somebody else isn't as powerful as me. You have to love yourself and believe in yourself and believe in what you do for it to become true, for it to work, for it to manifest. If you do not believe, if you doubt in any way, shape, or form, it will destroy all your desires. Okay, now, before I shut this video off and go on to the next one, being that I have a low battery mode, and I wanted to show you one of the witchy kittens so badly, but he's over at the door. Discrediting somebody's readings is not cool, okay? See, I am always the student before I'm ever a teacher, okay? But my life purpose is to teach how I was taught in my craft, okay? And to have millions of people love the way I teach and want to learn more from me. That is my life purpose. That is my goal. And that's what I'm set out to do. So mote to be, and it will be that you shall see. I am not the same person as I was in my last video. I am not the same person I was in my first video. And I will not be the same person in my next video, because every day I am evolving. I am learning. I am growing. That's what I'm supposed to do. When I go to bed at night and I lay my head down, I should have learned something new that day. A life lesson, something new in the magic world, something new in my creativity, my spells, my homework, my book, anything that I do. If I cannot lay down my head at night and say to myself, Lady Lisa, you have learned this today, then I did not do my job that day. Then I have no right to come on here and teach you anything. But my teaching is not better than yours, and is not, here he is, here's Junior. Say hi. Say, I'm a witchy poo, and my name is Junior because my owner named me Junior, and I'm a little boy. I have all white with a little orange creamy tail. We were calling him Cream Puff for a while, with a little orange bit on his head, and he's getting ready to go to his owner today or tomorrow, and his name is Junior, and he is very sweet and special with blue eyes, and we were going to name him Jinx if we were going to keep him, but she is not bugging, but very anxious to have him, so that's where he belongs. So say bye, everybody. Say, Junior, say bye, everybody. I'm going to put him down, let him go with his fur mama, because I'm his mama, till he gets to his other mama. So back to what I was saying. So I cannot say when I'm watching another witch on YouTube, which I watch many witches, that your way of teaching people is wrong and my way of teaching people is right. Your way of teaching people is the way you were taught and what feels comfortable with you. The way I teach is the way I was taught and what's comfortable for me. So you can't discredit people and cut people down for what they believe in. I have epilepsy. I've gone on YouTube and seen different types of seizures, and I've seen people put their thumbs down. How can you put a thumbs down on a child who's having a seizure? A baby, a 1-year-old baby having a seizure on the floor. How can you give a thumbs down to that video? That is not a video that's hurting or making fun of a child having a seizure. The video is to inform you of what this child is going through and what the seizure looks for like when this child has a seizure. So maybe you can see your child, if your child is having seizures, and say, well, I got to get my child to the doctor because this might be my child is having seizures. So when somebody takes the time out of their day, whether it be in the magic world or it be how to change brakes or anything that they're doing in life, unless it's straight disrespect, which it shouldn't even make YouTube, to give a thumbs down is just totally the corniest thing you can ever do in life. It is just, it boils my blood to the core. It aggravates me. Don't do nothing. Don't give a thumbs up if you don't like the video. Don't give a thumbs down if you don't like the video. Just keep scrolling past till you find a video that you like, or a teacher that you like, or a video that helps you get the job done. But to give a thumbs down, it's so wrong in so many ways. It's just wrong. It's just wrong. Okay? Just because you have lips and a tongue and a mouth does not mean you always have to say something. Sometimes silence is the best answer to everything. Sometimes not giving a thumbs up or a thumbs down is the best thing to everything. So before I click off and go to my next video, because this video was strictly about cauldrons, please push the subscribe button, braces. Push the bell button so that you get alerts when I go on, because I will be going live soon. If you have any comments below that you would like me to help you with, clarifying working with cauldrons, or anything you would like me to answer to prior videos, or anything you would like me to write in my book, anything that you would like me to teach in my next video, you have every right to do so. I am a master spellcaster as well. I do lots of unhexings. I do them most, as you can see in the back. I'm well stocked. I do lots of every type of spell imaginable. I even have the painting in the background where I have somebody stuck in the painting. And I have multiple pictures in my Facebook group that I run where he changes positions, because that's where he will be until the end of time, because he was no good here on earth. He was evil, he was bad, and he was taking up space and doing bad, harmful things to people. So I put him in that painting, and there's where he will stay. So I can do every spell imaginable under the sun. I have every herb, I have every oil, I make them homemade. I make spell kits together for you, specially ordered, rituals for your baths, jewelry, and everything that I make is for small donations. My readings, my cleansings of your home, everything for my father to be comfortable while he's fighting cancer. And that's why I do everything for a limited price, okay? Which is tiring for me, because I have to get the products, I have to make the products, I have to clean myself in the bath, I have to protect myself, I have to open my circle, I have to do your spell, I have to close my circle, and then I have to keep you updated, and then I have to read you the candle when it's done. So there's nothing easy about magic, but it is beautiful. So on to the next video. Give me a few seconds. I'm going to go tap over to my other phone, give this video a name, and I shall be right back. Love and light. I love you all. Blessed be.